What's up, everybody? Cyclops from Paramount Cyclops here. So, I saw this news article here, and I did as I always do, and I pull up multiple sources on the same story. And if it's something that isn't military related, then I try to pull up Facebook posts and things like that. Military related on a ship, you're not going to get any Facebook posts. But this is interesting. I'm going to read the story, but before I read the story, I want to show you why you kind of want to get multiple sources. So, from NBC News, the title is Russia Chases Off U.S. Warship in Spat Over Territorial Waters. What visual does that give you? It gives you a vision of the United States warship getting chased out of the sea by a Russian warship, right? And they pretty much say that. A Russian warship chased a U.S. Navy destroyer from waters in the Sea of Japan. Okay. We don't need to read the rest of the story. We're going to read the rest of the story from a different source that has a little more and a little bit better information, because on this one, when I saw this, it's like, I better get 6 sources. So if I get 3 sources and I get information that's, wait a second, the information doesn't work, then I get 3 more sources. The other 3 sources more go in line with the narrative from CNN. So, what does CNN say happened? Well, if the sources that I did are correct, then this is a more, how shall we say, legitimate explanation of what happened. No, a U.S. warship didn't get chased out of the sea, of the disputed waters by a Russian war vessel. Let's read it. CNN. U.S. warship warned by Russian ship after challenging claims in the Sea of Japan. The U.S. Navy challenged what it called Russia's excessive maritime claims to waters in the Sea of Japan Tuesday, sailing a warship into an area claimed by Moscow, an act that drew a warning from a Russian ship. The United States, every once in a while, they used to, this is the first time since 1984, though, that they've done this. This is a freedom of navigation operation. And it's what they used to call this back in the 80s. Russia tried to claim these seas back in the 80s. It was greater than the 12 kilometers, which is international maritime law. International maritime law says a country is allowed to claim 12 miles off their coast as their waters. Everything else is navigation free, a area that you're supposed to be able to navigate through. The Russian Defense Ministry said in a statement that USS John S. McCain had violated Russian waters and that the Russian anti-submarine destroyer Admiral Vinogradov issued a warning to the American ship, threatening to ram it to drive it out of the sea. The Russian statement said that the U.S. ship changed its course following the warning. Now, the U.S. Navy denied the Russian claim that the threat caused the U.S. ship to leave the area. I would kind of more lean towards that. They've been doing this since 1984. They're navigation audits, basically. They've been doing it since 1984. It's nothing new. So, I mean, and they haven't done it for a very long time, since Russia split. But, yeah. You remember, it used to be the USSR, and now it became Russia. When it split, that was the last time that they did it. But I don't know. My sources are showing that, yeah, more than likely, the ship didn't flee with its tail between its legs like NBC News, for some apparent reason, wants its viewers to think. Why, I don't know. To what end? Who knows? The Russian Federation's statement about this mission is false. USS John McCain was not expelled from any nation's territory, Lieutenant Joseph Kelly, a spokesperson for the Navy's 7th Fleet, said in a statement. And I believe it. I don't think that they expelled a U.S. warship out of those seas. It's kind of one of those things that we've been doing for a long time, to kind of stick a middle finger up to Russia, say, you know, you're a bully, and we don't like bullies. And you say this is your water when it's not, well, we're going to navigate right through it. The incident only serves to increase tensions between the two countries less than 2 months from U.S. President-elect Joe Biden taking office. Russian President Vladimir Putin is yet to congratulate Biden for his victory over President Donald Trump, who he has enjoyed a warm relationship with. Yeah. It is customary for heads of state, especially Russia, to congratulate the new elected president. And he hasn't yet. What does that mean? It means he hasn't contacted him yet, that's all. Russia's claims to the area date back to the Soviet Union. The U.S. Navy's last challenged Moscow's claims in the area in 2018. The U.S. does not recognize Russia's claims on the waters, saying that Moscow is not entitled to sovereignty over the area that far exceeds the 12 miles. Oh, I thought it was kilometers. 12 miles. I thought it was kilometers. Everybody else uses kilometers. I thought it was kilometers. It's 12 miles. Forgive me, I was wrong. From the Russian coastline, guaranteed by international law. Everything else past that is a navigation free. The operation reflects our commitment to uphold freedom of navigation and lawful use of the sea as a principle. Hear, hear. If we get to a point where countries start taking great swaths of the sea, well, then we're going to have some really hard times getting trade, aren't we? Let's see. And the United States will never bow in intimidation or be coerced into accepting illegitimate maritime claims, such as those made by the Russian Federation, Kelly said. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, I agree. We shouldn't bow down. We shouldn't let bullies dictate the world. We shouldn't. The USS John McCain asserted navigational rights and freedoms in the vicinity of Peter the Great Bay in the Sea of Japan. This freedom of navigation operation upheld the rights, freedoms, and lawful uses of the sea recognized in international law by challenging Russia's excessive maritime claims, Kelly added. Peter the Great Bay is the largest gulf in the Sea of Japan, also known as the East Sea, and home to both the Russian city of Vladivostok, there we go, Vladivostok, and the Russian Navy's Pacific Fleet. The 2018 operation was the first time the U.S. had conducted a freedom of navigation operation in that area since 1987. See, I was wrong in that one. I thought it was 1984. Wow, it's too early in the morning. Before the breakup of the Soviet Union. Yeah. The most interesting thing to me on this, because really, honestly, the contested sea, that's been contested for a long time, was quite honestly the framing of the narrative and how you can read this and get an idea of, oh, okay, it's a contested area. They warn the ship, but we don't want to give in to coercion or threats. But if you read this one, you would be of the opinion of, the American warship got chased off by the Russians, right? So, just something for you guys to be aware of, because I want you guys to get good information. I want you guys to do your own research and see why it is good to do your own research. Hear other opinions, hear dissenting opinions, but this is a good example. Just that little title. And people aren't going to read the articles. So all day today, you're going to see, because right now it is 2 o'clock in the morning. All day today, you're going to see narratives like this, because people are going to read the headline, and that's it. And unfortunately, that's what the mainstream media is banking on. I love you guys. You guys stay informed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.